Welcome inside the State Champs Sports Network studio and welcome to State Champs Extra Innings, the weekly high school baseball show here in the state of Michigan. I'm Lorne Plant. I'll be your host as we bring you recaps, interviews, and preview some of the biggest matchups in the sport. Extra Innings is presented by Lawrence Tech. If you have the dream of playing college baseball, recruit yourself at l2athletics.com. It's early spring. Some schools on spring break, weather not cooperating as usual, but we did catch a few matchups, and that's coming up. We've got recaps. I also had the opportunity of catching up with soon-to-be Michigan Baseball Coaches Hall of Famer A.J. Gajdeski from Edwardsburg. We've also got several power programs jumping divisions this season, so I'll get into a little bit of the power struggle that will take place in the playoffs this postseason. In between the downpours, we did catch a few games this past Tuesday. Let's get into the coverage that you can find on the State Champs Network right now. We start downriver. Woodhaven debuting its brand new field as they welcomed in the Detroit Edison Pioneers, who came in fifth in Division III. And it would be the Pioneers that got the bats going early in this one. Marwin Williams pokes it the opposite way. The senior Edward Gregory hustles home. Edison led 4-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. Woodhaven is ranked 5th in Division I to start the year, and they would mount a comeback in that inning. Bases juiced for the Alma commit C.J. Wilmot. He belts it deep to left for a double. That's going to score a pair. A couple of batters later, Nick Phillips with the hot grounder that brings Wilmot across the dish. We were knotted at 4. Woodhaven had a 7-5 lead going into the final inning. Edison, the tying runs on second and third, but Warriors senior pitcher Ray Perez came in relief, freezes Parrish Smith to end it. Woodhaven hangs on to beat Edison 7-5 the final. Let's head over to Lanphier High School now for a MAC OAA crossover as the Rams, following a tough loss to Utica to open the season, taking on the Troy Athens Redhawks in their first game of the year. Aiden McGinnis, solid for the Rams to start off, going 3 clean innings and picking up a pair of Ks. In the bottom of the third, Nick Critch at the dish, runner on third. He lifts one to right field. That is deep enough to score Noah Atherholt and Lanphier up 1-0. Top of the sixth, in a 1-1 game, Parker Cerula at bat with bases loaded, nobody out. He singles over the second baseman's head, bringing in Noah Riffey and breaking the tie. Next man up, Jake Boozle. He will rip a double into center field. That is going to score 2. A pass ball would make it a 5-1 game. Nick Asher would get a ground ball that finds its way through the infield, scoring Logan Slade from second, and that gave us our final score of 6-1. And we'll wrap things up at Detroit Catholic Central. Shamrocks at home taking on Frankenmuth. And Michigan baseball commit Drew Titsworth picked up 6 strikeouts in this outing on the hill, and he got things going with the bat. Runner on, hits a high chopper to first, takes a hop, he's safe, and a run will come in. Eagles up 1. Shamrocks respond with a runner on second. Matt Enoch, a poke into center field, deep enough to bring the run home, and that tied us up. Bottom of the fourth now, Griffin Crampton at the plate. Runner on second. He'll rip a grounder pass short, bringing in Jacob Rumberger. Enoch not done either. He finished the day with 2 hits and 3 ribbies, driving in another one opposite field. That scored 2 more, and that put the Rocks up 5-1. Catholic Central goes on to take this one 7-3 over Frankenmuth.
Hi, I'm Laura Ramos with DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. And today on Game Changers, I'm going to show you how simple sugars negatively affect your athletic performance. Regardless of your sport, you need 3 things to fuel your muscles before you train, to optimize performance and to facilitate recovery. These 3 things are carbohydrates, proteins, and water. Today, we're going to focus on complex carbohydrates. These are made up of starch, sugar, and fiber. They're things like fruit, vegetables, nuts, and even dairy products. Simple sugars, on the other hand, are just that. They're only sugars: sucrose, glucose, and fructose. I'm here with Giovanna from Utica High School, and we're going to look at complex carbohydrates and how they are the best energy source, and the difference between simple sugars and complex carbohydrates effect on strength. So we're going to start out by strength training Giovanni's shoulders. She's going to push as hard as you can against me. Don't let me break you. Perfect. Now go ahead and sit on up. I'm going to have her take just some simple sugar, and she's going to eat some of that right now. Okay, good. Now, we'll let her go ahead and finish that, and then she's going to lay back down in the exact same position she was just in. We're going to re-strength train her and see what effect the simple sugar just has on her strength. Arms up. Okay, hold as hard as you can. No, I said hold as hard as you can. Ready? Hold as hard as you can. Giovanna, hold as hard as you can. Okay. Now, we're going to see what effect complex carbohydrates have on her strength. Giovanni has some grapes. She's going to eat 1 or 2 grapes right now. And then as soon as she eats those grapes, we're going to have her lay back down and retest her strength. We know that complex carbohydrates are made up of those starches, sugars, and fibers, and they give us our greatest long-lasting stamina or strength. Arms are back up straight. And now hold me as hard as you can. Ready? Hold, 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 hold. Ready? Go. I can't push you down, can I? Hold, hold, hold. Good. So you can see that negative effect that simple sugars just has on your strength. Before any workout, it's best then to eat complex carbohydrates about 2 to 4 hours beforehand to sustain your energy. Post-workout, make sure you consume those complex carbohydrates within 30 to 60 minutes. This is critical for muscle repair. For more sports performance tips, or to make an appointment with a DMC physical therapist or orthopedic specialist, visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Then go where the pros go. DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. For immediate care, call 313-910-9328 or visit dmc.org/gamechangers. All right, I want to take a moment to thank the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. They are terrific partners with State Champs, and we've got a great announcement to make. There will not be just one All-Star game this year. Instead, there will be 2 that take place at Comerica Park. State Champs will live stream both of them, and we'll celebrate together. An even greater opportunity for players who've had tremendous seasons getting a chance to play at the home of the Tigers. Now, every week on the show, we have a segment called Inside the Dugout, where I talk with a head baseball coach from around the state of Michigan. This week, I had an opportunity to talk with Edwardsburg soon-to-be Hall of Fame coach A.J. Gudeski. We talked about his career and what it means to be going into the Hall of Fame. Here's an excerpt from that conversation. And, you know, if you think about it, over 450 wins, you're going to be an inductee in the Coaches Hall of Fame. And if I would have told you all those years ago as you started out in JV that, hey, you know what, by the time you wrap this up, you're going to be a Hall of Famer before your career's over, what would you have said to me?
I would not have believed you. But just, you know, it's been a blast. I've had some great players throughout my life, or throughout my coaching life, and I've also had some great assistant coaches that helped me along the way.
You know, and that really is what it's all about. It's, you know, this is not, you're not on an island. You can't do this by yourself. It's so important to have critical, guys who sacrifice so much of their time, and women that are, there, the team moms, all that stuff to help make this thing work.
Oh yeah, it surely takes a lot of people to make sure you have a successful program, and probably most importantly, it's your wife that does a lot of the work behind the scenes and helps you out all along the way. And without her, we wouldn't be this far into it. That's for sure.
You can listen to the entire conversation I had with Coach Gudeski on the Extra Innings Companion podcast. You can find it on Spreaker.com or whatever platform you listen to your podcast. Just search State Champs Extra Innings. We'll also have a standalone video of the conversation on the State Champs Michigan social media pages or on our website, statechampsnetwork.com. There's been a bit of a shakeup in the power structure of Michigan high school baseball. Division II superpower and the number 1 team in the nation last season, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, is now in Division I. Grand Blanc won the D1 state title, so now that road will go through OLSM. State semifinalist Brother Rice will be strong once again, as will Grand Ledge in Division I and the returning state finalist Portage Central. In Division II, with Orchard Lake out of the equation, it's wide open. State semifinalist New Boston Huron will be a force. The runner-up Stevensville Lakeshore will be looking for a third state crown since 2017. Richmond has moved up to Division II, so look out for the Blue Devils. In D3, it's University Liggets to lose. We'll see if Buchanan or Hemlock can keep pace. Division 4 is a toss-up right now. Will the defending champs Kalamazoo Hackett earn a sweet repeat? Beale City is the perennial power in D4, or will Marine City Cardinal Mooney get back to East Lansing? Stay with us here on Extra Innings all season long. Shows drop on Fridays across the State Champs Network. We'll see you next week back here on State Champs Extra Innings. State Champs Extra Innings is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships available. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Team. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. Who will be this year's Male and Female Athletes of the Year? Find out live Monday, June 6th, only on the State Champs Michigan Network. The U.S. Navy is recruiting Michigan. Call 313-315-2560 and talk to a local officer to find out how the Navy can take you anywhere from the sea to the stars. Oakland School's technical campuses are designed for any student who wants to graduate high school with industry certifications, on-the-job experiences, business connections, and college credits. Check them out at ostconline.com. And the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. For information on awards, clinics, rankings, and this year's 2 All-Star games, visit mhsbca.org.